Welcome on into another episode of this week's Rust Belt Rivalry podcast. I'm Brian Phillos, my co-host Nick Grahamchise here. We're going to be talking a lot of Browns, Bengals, Buckeyes, a recap of the Week 7 of the NFL football, and a look ahead to Week 8, as well as a recap of college and a sprinkle in of what's to look forward to there. Nick, how are we feeling today, buddy?
I'm feeling great, Brian. How are you?
I can't complain. 25-point victory. Not too sad. Not too shabby.
Yeah, there's not a lot of times where we're both celebrating a win in a week. So let's just enjoy this while we can.
Yes, please. Tell the Browns fans that, would you?
I can do that. Yeah, man, Browns fans are just so depressed still. It's just like, relax a little bit. Enjoy the win, for crying out loud. Everybody's acting like you guys lost again. I don't get it.
And some people are saying that we didn't win by enough. It's like 25 points in the NFL. That's not enough.
Apparently not.
I digress. But anyway, let's start off with the Bengals. They had the Thursday night action against the Steelers. Obviously, We know the result. They won 33-31. Why don't you take us away? Tell us about your thoughts from that game.
Man, it was just great to be playing with a lead for most of the game. I mean, the Steelers came out hot. They started off 10-0, and the Bengals were like, oh, man, like, here we go. Our fans were thinking that. But then the Bengals scored 17 unanswered points, man, and going in the half with a good lead. I mean, I think they played pretty well. I mean, the running game started to pick up a little bit, a lot better than obviously the last couple weeks. I mean, as Chase Brown had 108 yards on 11 carries. I mean, that's pretty damn good from what he was getting in the past. And honestly, I just think that the playbook really opens up when you have a lead like that. When you're playing from behind, the defense knows that it's most likely going to be a pass. So, this was huge for them. I'd also like to. I'm going to send Andrew Berry a Christmas card, I think, this year for Joe Flacco. Man, I mean, my goodness. You kind of saw it in the Green Bay game. It was definitely an improvement over Jake Browning. But man, he looked sharp. He wasn't. There weren't a lot of deep balls or anything like that, or. It was mainly just throw the ball to Jamar Chase and he's going to catch it. Extremely impressive night from Jamar. 16 receptions, 161 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, the Steelers just could not make any adjustments to stop him. And if he was covered, guess what? T. Higgins is open. So T. Higgins again, almost 100 yards with the TD too. So man, the offense just looks so much better with Joe Flacco in there. And you can't help but not be excited, if you're a Bengals fan. I mean, you got some winnable games coming up. You got the Jets this week, and then you got the Bears in 2 weeks, and then the bye week. So find a way to go 5-4 going into the bye week. This division, as you know, is not great this year. Honestly, the entire conference, the entire AFC, there's not that many elite teams, I don't think. So yeah, if we keep winning, and then there's talks of Burrow coming back at the end of the year still, look out. I mean, there are a lot of things to worry about still, though. The offensive line isn't great. No pass rush whatsoever, and they cannot tackle to save their lives. So the Bengals don't often trade in the middle of the season, but damn it, they're going to have to if they want to make a run for this, because they are not a Super Bowl contender right now. I will admit that, obviously. I think they have a chance to, make the playoffs, but they need to at least get a pass rusher would be great, or honestly a safety too. I would love one of those before the trade deadline in 2 weeks. So, but yeah, overall, great game. Was an exciting game, honestly. Had a great time watching it. But yeah, man, so we might be back. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, as a Browns fan who's seen Joe Flacco 2 times now, I will just warn you that he's going to have a few 300-yard games. Obviously, I've never seen him with 2 top-tier wide receiver talents at his disposal. So maybe things will be a lot different, but he's known to have a few 300-yard games and then also have a couple big old duds like your boy Jake Browning did. So Just a fair warning there, not to get too excited. Maybe try and pump the brakes just a little bit. You touched on it.
Just let me enjoy the day. Come on, like relax over there, man. Like don't try to bring me down. Like
just laying out the woodwork for the rest of the year, buddy. You mentioned the run game, though. You mentioned the run game. What the heck was going on with the run game this week? I mean, I saw 3 or 4 like 20-yard, just wide open, just gashes, which we have not seen. You mentioned it. The Bengals have sucked in the run game, and it's been just bottled up. So what was the difference? You mentioned playing with the lead a little bit, but I think it started even before then. So did you see anything different this week?
I mean, I definitely think the lead played a huge part in it. But I don't know. I mean, maybe the offensive line is starting to kind of find its rhythm. I think it does help that, and granted, they were already doing this with Browning, but when Burrow was, starting, all of their snaps were from shotgun. And I just felt like that was just entirely too hard to get a run game going. I like it when, Flacco's under center for that because it keeps the defense guessing for the most part. And that's why I just think it's so crazy how I just almost feel like the playbook looks like it's more open with Flacco in there over Burrow because Joe Burrow doesn't like playing under center. He always played out of shotgun in college, and that's how he wanted this offense in Cincinnati to run. So, it's weird. Obviously, I mean, look, I'm not saying the Bengals are better with Joe Flacco. I mean, come on, but it's just that the playbook just looks a little different for some reason. I can't figure it out. So, I don't know.
And in my opinion, T. Higgins won you guys that game with his unselfish play. That slide at the end, what a brilliant move.
Yeah,
you can't give him the ball back there, and holy cow. But we mentioned Andrew Berry. We mentioned the Browns. Obviously, we talked a couple weeks ago about them trading Joe Flacco to the Bengals. I originally thought that Coach Taylor did a much better job protecting Flacco than Stefanski had done all year. But when I went back and rewatched the game, I didn't see a whole lot of chipping. I know you guys have a lot of offensive line issues. So do we. We're both ranked like bottom 5.
Right.
So really the biggest variable that I see is you guys have a top, let's just say 5 wide receiving core, and we have a bottom, the worst wide receiving core in the game. Yeah. So that being said, I mean, there's been a lot of debate in Cleveland as to who's to blame more for this fiasco, I guess, that everybody's calling it now after everybody watched Thursday night game of Joe Flacco being traded. Do you blame Kevin Stefanski more, Andrew Berry, the GM? Do you think it's 50-50? I mean, what's your opinion as an outsider?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's 50-50, honestly, but it's just everybody's going to look at the coach, right? Everybody's going to look at Stefanski and say he can't call a game, like his play calling's horrible. And I get that but you saw the same thing with Zach Taylor with Jake Browning starting. It really has to do with your personnel, who's on the field. It makes a difference. I mean, Flacco, the offensive line looked decent with Flacco in there because Jamar Chase and T. Higgins were getting open so fast, and Joe was getting the ball out quick, I just feel like Cleveland doesn't have that, right? And it's going to hurt Dylan Gabriel, obviously. I mean, people are already calling for his head saying, okay, we've seen enough. You're a backup, move on. They want Sanders. I don't know, Brian. You got yourself an own personal problem over there being a Browns fan.
Well, let's roll on to the Browns then. So we'll start off with some positives, right? Again, we mentioned it. The Browns win 31-6. The Dolphins, they did not show. I mean, don't get me wrong, they didn't show up for this game. Okay. Yeah. Quinshawn Judkins had a pretty good game, 84 yards, 3 touchdowns. The defense for the Browns was stifling. This is what I expected this team to look like coming into the year. Yeah. Run first, a good quality defense, and very little throwing the ball. Defense, 3 interceptions. 1 for a pick 6, 1 fumble recovery. Tyson Campbell, welcome to the Cleveland Browns, buddy. We got rid of Greg Newsome, who everybody was concerned about. I didn't think he was playing as well as the stats said because of all the drops that he was benefiting from. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you what, Tyson Campbell looked like a baller in this man-to-man coverage that Jim Schwartz likes to play, and I was loving every minute of it. And I think my guy Greg Newsome gave up a couple touchdowns down in Jacksonville this week, or I guess it was out in London this week.
Yeah.
But like I said, Miami did not look like they wanted to be there. Their heads weren't in the game. I mean, 11 penalties for 103 yards, and there was, I want to say, 3 or 4 penalties that were declined because we had gotten the first down anyway, or a touchdown anyway. Just a lot of nonsense on the field. Mike McDaniels looked very frustrated and not happy, and just the players it reminded me a lot of the 0-16, 1-15 Browns.
Yeah,
it's
just bad.
It was just not, it wasn't fun to look at, right?
Yeah.
Not quite as bad as the Jets after watching them for the first 6 weeks.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, even against the Dolphins, now it was bad weather. It wasn't as windy as they said it was going to be. It did rain for pretty much the whole game. Dylan Gabriel still only went 13 of 18, 116 yards. The leading receiver was Harold Fannin Jr. for 36 yards. So, again, Gabriel, you mentioned it. He's not doing great, but he's also not losing us the game, right?
He's not turning the ball over.
Right. Well, he's not turning the ball over, but he is throwing turnover-worthy throws. I would
fair
say
point.
that.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
One was overturned this week. Last week he had 5 against the Steelers that were in their hands, and they dropped. So I can't exactly give him a huge pass. I will say, for me, it was nice to see there was some changes made by the coaches. Schwartz dialed up some not exotic blitzes, but it was more like a Flores blitz where, you've got 4 guys on the line, 2 of them drop back and 2 other guys rush the passer. And it was causing a lot of problems for Tua. And we were getting to Tua, and obviously with the interceptions. The other thing I saw on the offensive side of the ball was we ran the Wildcat like 3 times, which resulted in 2 touchdowns, which we had not really. I think we had called at one time earlier this year. They said it was for the weather. I'm hoping they keep with the creativity, man. Yeah. Everybody's tired of the stale Kevin Stefanski playbook from 2020. It seems like the Steelers knew exactly what we were going to run all last week. So hopefully more of that, and again, an exciting victory. We already mentioned it, man. It was so depressing. First thing I get on TikTok, I get on Twitter, and people are like, it was the crappy Dolphins. Like, dude, come on.
You guys, you guys put up 31 points, in bad weather. That's something that Cleveland doesn't do often, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and you guys got yourself a heck of a running back. I mean, shit, every single rookie, I feel like this week for you guys look very, very good. So, besides, Dylan Gabriel, obviously, but I mean, what can you do? But I'm saying, other position players, they looked very solid. So, hats off to Andrew Berry for that one.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, that's enough of the Browns, enough of the Bengals. Let's we're gonna change things up here a little bit. We've got a special guest, my buddy Grant. He goes by the stage name, I guess, the Grahamchise here. Oh, and as you can see, he's a big Packers fan.
Yeah, you like that, boys? Let's talk about some real teams.
He also hails from Indiana, so he's just watching nothing but winning football for both of his teams right now. Grant, we usually talk a little bit about injuries here, and then I'll kind of let you take the stage and tell us about, help us with a weekend recap, maybe bring some light, some humor to the pod here. The biggest injuries I saw this week: Mike Evans out for the season, collarbone. Obviously a killer for fantasy and a killer for Tampa Bay. Baker, I don't know, didn't look so good without him or Godwin this week. Now that is a good team in the Detroit Lions. Bryce Young, he's a high ankle sprain. He's expected to miss at least 1 more week. So you got 90-year-old Andy Dalton come into play again.
Rifle baby.
Your boy. Andre Miller, backup running back for the Saints, torn ACL, also out for the year. Breece Hall, a hip, but he should be back soon. Jaden Daniels, hamstring, but is going to avoid missing out on significant time. Grant, any of those injuries really a big concern for you other than the Mike Evans injury?
Dude, I mean, that one's a killer. You and I were talking about it today. Injuries are hitting. We're about at that mid-season point where things are going to start costing everybody some games, man. But yeah, Mike Evans was brutal. I mean, obviously not just from a fantasy team, but I tell you, Baker Mayfield and the Bucks, they remind me of that movie, The Replacements. It's like, who the hell do they got left down there? But they're still on top of the division, so I guess I don't even have anything negative I can really say about that somehow. But no Godwin, no Mike Evans, no Bucky running the ball. Like, the wheels got to fall off at some point here coming up soon.
Oh, yeah.
Did Mike Evans get knocked out too? Like, did he have a concussion? It looked like he was like,
yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, like
he just got back.
Yeah, the announcers were like, "Oh, we're not sure what happened." It's like, how did you not see it on the replay? The guy got knocked out. Like, it's pretty obvious.
I'm pretty sure his head like bounced off the turf or the grass too. Like, it was just.
He got hit earlier in the game too, I guess, and that's what people were saying. Like, he hit his head earlier on in the game, and so they said that he honestly should have been taken out then. But you know,
that concussion protocol, they're sliding on that.
Right.
I love that you guys brought up the red rifle. Like, this is the year of like old quarterbacks dusting off.
It is.
You guys are sharing Flacco over there, and then the rifle's coming back for one more run. Like, this is kind of vintage football at its finest right now.
Oh my gosh. Well, what else did you see around the NFL, Grant? I know you watch a lot of football. Anything else surprise you? Anything else stand out for you this week?
Dude, I don't know what the Eagles are doing. I mean, they're on top of the division, so like something, either that division's just terrible or the Eagles are just figuring out a way to barely slide by. But I don't know how you have arguably one of the top running backs in the league and you're just like, we'll abandon the running play and we'll just keep tossing the ball and hope it works out, and then have secret meetings every week with the players to figure out our problems. Like, I'm waiting for Philly. I mean, Philly fans hate when they win anyway. I can't wait till they just turn on the entire team and Philly gets buried by their own fans next week, probably.
Oh my gosh. And you're a big Packers fan, right? Jacoby Brissett almost got an upset on you. Well, how you feeling about the Packers right now?
Dude, you know, I'll be honest, like, I feel bad for Dallas because Micah Parsons is making a big deal for us. Like, I don't feel like we have any superstars. Like, Jordan Love's great, and we're winning games. But, I mean, Micah Parsons getting 3 sacks that last game, like, that's been a game changer for us on the defense. I think that's making the difference this year for us.
Lions are still the better team in the division.
Oh, well, you know, till they're on top. We'll put that one on the back of the list.
I'm curious your perspective on the Bears, because me and Nick are split here. Nick has zero faith in the Chicago Bears. I think the track is just leaving the station here. I think it's starting to get rolling, baby. I think that Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams finally figuring out magic. Are you nervous about them? They roll off another win. It was an ugly one, but what are your thoughts on them?
Dude, I think the coach is solid. I think Caleb Williams is the wild card. I mean, they got great offensive weapons. You know, you got Swift, you got O'Dunes, you got Moore out there. I mean, he's got all the talent around him, and it's just if he can be consistent, like, and you know, his gameplay hasn't been the greatest this year, but he shows like those moments of like, okay, if it starts clicking, like the Bears could be serious contenders. So I don't know, NFC North is pretty wild, man. Like, I'm hoping the Packers just keep rolling, but I know like everyone's right there on the heels.
Yeah, everything went downhill after that loss to the Browns. Such a shame.
Dude, the tie with the Dallas almost made me more angry. I think I was like, come on, we were up by like 20 something, and then we're just gonna tie somebody after both teams scoring 40, can't score in overtime. We're just like, yeah, screw it.
I think you guys have to, or especially you, Brian, because you're a believer in the Bears. You got to look at who they've beaten, though. I mean, they haven't beaten great teams like the Saints, the Commanders, the Raiders. I just don't think the Cowboys are that great either. I mean, they play the Ravens this week in Baltimore. Baltimore 6.5-point favorites, and I think Lamar's playing. I would imagine if they're 6.5-point favorites, but this will be a test for him for sure. I mean, because I don't think the Ravens are that great either, but obviously they're one of the better teams that the Bears have played. So we'll see what Caleb Williams can do.
Yeah, I guess when I looked at the schedule, I was like, yeah, they beat the Commanders, but I guess that was a Jaden Daniels list commander, so
There you go.
that's a different story.
Get your facts straight, Brian. Come on.
I still have faith, damn it.
Dude, I'm okay if Tom Brady stays in the booth and keeps helping out. Like, I'm good with that this year too. Whatever he's doing, killing the Raiders, that's just brutal.
It's horrible. It's so bad.
What's the deal there? So he's an owner. He's allowed to announce games as long as it's not the Raiders. Is that the deal? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Either of you guys know?
I don't know how that minority ownership works. I feel like he's got more leeway than like a full owner or full percentage owner. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll go through it here. Other games, the Rams just blew out the Jaguars, which they're coming back down to reality. That doesn't surprise me in the least. The Chiefs are back, baby. Grahamchise,
They are.
sorry for you, but they are legit. Now,
hey, I said in 2 weeks they're still the top. They're in the top 3 best teams in the AFC, and I'm gonna stand by that.
It's wild. It's wild. The Jets suck. We don't even need to have do a preview for the Cincinnati game. Like, the Jets are just awful. Enjoy your bye week.
Easy.
Vrabel sticks it to the Titans. How about this? So Mike Vrabel in 7 games has more wins than the Titans have since they fired him, which was 24 total games.
That is impressive. I did not know that. Holy crap. Wow.
Oh my gosh. What a show that was. Dude, let's talk about the game of the week. Maybe one of the games of the year, the Broncos and the Giants. Did either of you guys get a chance to watch any of that? Holy crap.
Dude, that was a shoot. I saw some highlights. I'm believing in Dart now. I think he's got the talent.
He does, man. 33 points though for the Broncos in the fourth quarter. That is insane. Absolutely. I cannot figure the Broncos out this year. Like, they look really good, but then sometimes, again, like at the beginning of that Giants game, they were down 20-0 basically going into the fourth quarter. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, but Bo Nix came out. I mean, he threw the ball 50 times on Sunday. 50 times. It's just crazy. But hats off to them. They got the W, man. But Jackson Dart is pretty fun to watch. I agree. I think he's going to be a star for sure.
Oh yeah, him and Scatterboo.
How do you guys feel about? I feel like the kickers have been really inaccurate this year.
Very bad.
You guys notice that, like, across the league?
Yeah. It cost the Giants the game at the end. They missed the extra point. So, that's brutal, man. But I have noticed that for sure. I don't know what it is with these kickers. Like, they're making like 68-yard field goals, but then they're missing extra points. It doesn't make any sense.
Dude, you know what it reminded me of? You remember when Deebo Samuel on the 49ers like slapped the long snapper and the kicker with like one slap, like Three Stooges style? Like, I'm surprised not seeing more of that in the league. Like, okay, I'm not going to get fined. I'm not going to get suspended. I'm just going to go over and slap this guy till he gets it right and then kicks a game winner.
Love to see it.
I was going to say, ever since they moved the extra point back a little bit, I feel like the percentages, I guess, for kicks haven't been as, definitive, right? Like, I think it's been a problem all around, but I think we all focus on the real good kickers, like when Justin Tucker was good, or, Greg the Leg, and like all those guys, right? Or Vinatieri when he was kicking for like 15 years for the Patriots. Like, I think we're coming back down. There's not a lot of those guys left, and you just kind of get what you get. I mean, look at the 49ers replaced what's his name for Pinheiro, the old Michigan kicker, replaced him in week 1, right? Like, it's just once you get the yips in that position, man, you can't count on them at all, right?
Yeah, it's a head game, man. They get into their head, and that's got to be brutal as a kicker, honestly. I mean, you have 1 or 2 bad games. It's got to be tough to recover from that. I don't know what could be going through their minds, but don't put me in that position. I'd be freaking out.
Well, that's the only thing they do the whole game.
I know. It's crazy, man. It really is.
Like, the most they're out there is like maybe 10 seconds of real game time. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The Monday night games were kind of a bummer, man. I'm getting kind of exhausted of these dual Monday night games. I'm not staying up that late to begin with, but I mean, obviously we talked about the Buccaneers already, but then the Seahawks win like an ugly game against the Texans. Darnold is not looking as great as he did. I mean, they're still winning. I think a lot in part because of the defense, but and then I want to talk. We talked a little bit about the Cowboys, but are they just going to be a juggernaut on offense no matter who they face? I mean, I thought the Commanders had a good defense. And now I'm just like, man, they're putting up 40 against everybody.
All you, Graham. Let's hear it.
Dude, I don't know if Washington's the real deal. I don't know if we just got like a little Cinderella story to start the season because they're on a slide. And Dallas is always going to put up points. It's always going to outscore their opponents. Jerry Jones is a madman. You got to love what he's doing down there. But, yeah, I don't know, man. It's like – shootout. Can we score enough to win in Dallas? Like that's how it's always going to be.
I keep taking the team total over for the Cowboys every week, honestly, and you will make money. I mean, that game was so easy to pick as an over. I did the over for the full game. I did the over in the first half, and then I did the Cowboys team total. I mean, super.
Special guest number 2, somebody's dog.
My goodness.
The Bengals do not play the Cowboys this year, do they? Oh my gosh. Could you imagine like whatever the over is in points that was set like the highest, like that would be even higher. It would be like 75 points would have to be the over under, I feel like.
It'd be pretty close to it, I think, for sure.
Oh man. All right. Well, before we hop back into some college football, Grant, you got anything else you want to drop on us before you head out, buddy?
Yeah, this is real football right here, gentlemen. Make sure we get a close-up of that. If you guys ever need me to come back, I appreciate being on the show. This podcast is the new hottest thing out there. Everybody should be subscribing. Follow these two. They know what they're talking about. Appreciate it, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
Grant, we'll see you, bro.
Later.
All right. Well, that'll wrap up our portion of the NFL last week. Talk about a little bit of college football, Nick. What do you got for us? Ohio State, another pretty boring game. They crushed Wisconsin. First shutout of the year. It's fun for me to watch as a fan of the Buckeyes, but what are your thoughts? You're on mute still.
Yeah, no, they're elite, man. But honestly, can we talk about how Wisconsin has just been going so far downhill so fast with their football program? I mean, it's crazy. They used to be pretty darn good, and they were giving Ohio State, a real challenge, 10 years ago, maybe even sooner than that. But yeah, I mean, absolutely crazy. But no, man, Ohio State looks so good. I look at their schedule and I just don't see a game where it's gonna be even close. Honestly, I mean they are just so elite right now. But again, it's college football; anything can happen. But the season's really starting to amp up here, and there's some good games coming up. So I'm looking forward to it.
And what do you say? This is the first time I've started hearing about it now. I post some Ohio State stuff on TikTok, and there's a lot of Michigan haters, which is pretty normal, that hop in with their comments. But this week particularly, I was getting a rash of people saying how we have a cupcake schedule as Ohio State, and we're not playing anybody serious. And Alabama has had so much tougher of a schedule. They should be number one, blah, 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 blah. What are your thoughts on that, man? What do you say to those people?
You can't control that, I mean, it's just I don't know. I mean, Ohio State usually does have those easier schedules, but I just feel like when the Big Ten, it's not. I mean, there are some good teams. They just unfortunately aren't playing them this year, right? I mean, they're not playing Indiana unless they play them in the Big Ten championship, which is most likely going to happen. So I don't know. Yeah. We'll see, but you kind of have to wear it, I guess, as a Buckeye fan, because there is some truth to it, I'll say.
I mean, the thing I just keep going back to is like to start the season, we had the number 1 and the number 2 ranked teams going into the season. Like, how do you control as a program? Like you have that to go into the season. You can't change the schedule mid-season. The other thing that cracks me up is like 9 of our 12 games are in conference, right? So again, you mentioned it, like you can't control what's in a dang conference, but I don't know. It just surprised. It came out of nowhere. It felt like, and
yeah,
I was like, just calm down. Like the playoffs will even everything out.
For sure.
Just not worry about it. Week 7 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Other games that I was watching, had my eye on: Ole Miss, Georgia, USC, Notre Dame, Tennessee, Alabama. Any of those that you really enjoyed? What did you see from those games? If anything?
And honestly, good. You didn't mention Miami, Florida lost to Louisville at home.
Oh.
That was a stunner for sure. Miami dropped back to 9, I think. So that puts Indiana at 2, which is crazy to see. Honestly, I would have never thought I've seen that. Ohio State 1, Indiana 2. But yeah, some very good games this week. Another team, honestly, that I think some people are kind of forgetting. I mean, but they've looked pretty solid is Cincinnati. I'm not a Bearcat fan. I don't really pay attention to them that much. But they got some tough games coming up. But again, smoked Oklahoma State this week, 49-17. They're 6-1. But again, you're looking at their schedule. I think they play one ranked opponent, and it's BYU next month. So look out for the Bearcats. They could make a move here for sure.
Okay. And Ohio State has a bye this coming week, so nothing exciting there, right? But yep. I did see coming up, there's Ole Miss and Oklahoma. They're both 6-1. Texas A&M, LSU. LSU, obviously, the 2 losses, they're down to 20th ranked, but I feel like they're still a good team, right? Even though I saw some funny graphics about Kelly this week. What do you see with those games coming up? Anything you're excited about there?
I think with LSU being at home, I can definitely see LSU winning that game. They've definitely had some tough losses this year. Other than that, I mean, Alabama plays South Carolina this week. That could be a little interesting. I don't know. I feel like South Carolina really dropped off this year. They were supposed to be a lot better. I know their record doesn't show that, but I don't know. Something's kind of weird. It smells kind of fishy this week about this game. I don't know. That could be an upset. I don't know why I'm thinking that. I just have a weird feeling. Or Alabama's just going to win by 50. That's probably what's going to happen.
I was going to say, you were high on Tennessee earlier this year. You convinced me. I picked Tennessee to win last week, and they lost by 17 or whatever. So just not a close game at all. So, what is Tennessee just not that good, or are they just not there yet?
I still think they're a solid team. I mean, it's just, again, they play in a very competitive conference. I mean, their losses are what? Georgia, Alabama. Those are 2 top 5 teams right there, right? Mm-hmm. So they get a little bit of a break this week. They play Kentucky, which Kentucky's a mess right now. They honestly kind of pull up an upset last week, but weren't able to do so. But I think Tennessee's fine. They definitely. I think they probably have to win out, though, to really try to make their way into this college football playoff. So we'll see. Yeah,
for sure. All right, let's head back into the NFL. Let's spotlight. Let's see the game up ahead. What do you got for us? I know, like I said, I alluded to it earlier. You have a bye week. I mean, you play the Jets this week. What are you looking forward to in that game?
I just don't want the Bengals to think this is an automatic win. They're 6.5-point favorites. They're at home. It smells like a trap game, honestly, but I think they do take care of business. I would say my bold prediction, I'll give it to you a little early here, Brian. Chase Brown has had 1 touchdown this year, and it was against Cleveland week 1, so he hasn't had one since. I'm going to say he gets 2 touchdowns on Sunday. I think we're starting to find the run game a little bit here. And I don't think they're 6.5-point favorites. I'm taking the Bengals to cover that. That's going to be one of my locks this week. Am I going to regret that? Probably. Maybe I'll sprinkle a little bit of the Jets money line. We'll see. But just you gotta find a way to get to 500 this week. You have to. I mean, there's not a single week in the NFL where it's an easy week. It's any given Sunday is what they say, right? So I'm just really hoping Zach has his guys ready to play, because yes, the Jets are 0-7, but they've kept some of these games close against some good opponents. So
it's true.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
So you mentioned Chase Brown doesn't have a touchdown since week 1. Now that's receiving or rushing?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Oh man, fantasy managers must
I'm
be
pretty sure.
That.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
Okay.
But now you're gonna make me double check this, and I'm gonna
just double check
an idiot. Yeah, let's see here.
No, you're continue, I really don't know. I really don't know the difference. Yeah, the other funny thing, I saw that like the owner of the Jets said that it was up to Aaron Glenn, the head coach of the Jets, who, by the way, he's going to be canned before the end of this season, I bet, with this wonderful start to the year. But he said something about the quarterback, that it was completely up to him. And the people that I follow are thinking that it's very highly likely that Tyrod Taylor gets to start this week over Justin Fields, which is crazy considering how he started the year, putting up 30-some points against the Steelers. Does that make you any more nervous facing, with Tyrod Taylor versus Justin Fields?
I mean, it's nerve-wracking to begin with. Again, like I said, the Jets being 0-7, I don't think that they necessarily look that bad. Like I said, they've had some close games. It's nerve-wracking going into this week, man. Like you're off a big win against Pittsburgh. You're one game back from from first place in the division. So yeah, I mean, it concerns me a little bit, especially just, again, this Bengals defense isn't great. The pass rush is horrendous. Trey Hendrickson is still day to day, so I don't know if he's going to play or not. I think we're going to hear from Zach tomorrow. So hopefully we get a better idea if he's going to play or not, because it's a big loss. Their number 1 draft pick, Shamar Stewart, on Thursday night, he did not look good. He looks like he just has one move. He doesn't. He's not a difference maker right now, unfortunately. So I just find a way to win, man. But it's definitely, as a Bengals fan, I'm a little nervous right now, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, that's all right. I mean, that's the life of a Browns fan. So,
yeah. And by the way, I did just check Chase Brown. Yes, he's had 1 touchdown, receiving and rushing combined, and it was week 1 against the Browns. So there you go.
That is wild to me. Yeah. That is just wild. I guess I watch all these games. I'm not paying attention to who is scoring on the Bengals, but
I am. He's on my fantasy team, so I notice it every freaking week.
Yeah. You're locked in there. Well, let's talk a little bit about the Browns. They've got the Patriots coming up. We mentioned the Patriots earlier. They're 5-2. They came into the season with a very bleak expectations, just like the Browns did, right? They had a very bad offensive line, according to PFF, a very bad wide receiving room, according to PFF. They were both like bottom 5. The big difference maker, I think, this year has been Drake May and Mike Vrabel, right? Obviously, we don't have that in Cleveland. Dylan Gabriel, obviously, they got a taste of what it's like to win last week against the Dolphins. This is going to be the exact opposite of that. I don't see it. Dylan Gabriel going like 15 of 18 or whatever for 160 yards is not going to do it for the Browns this week. I just think Drake May is too hot right now. I think the Browns and the Patriots don't have a very good rushing game to begin with. That has been a strength of the Browns, so I think they can easily bottle that up. But the strength of the Patriots offense has been their passing game with Drake May. Obviously, I think they can definitely keep that up against the Browns. And I think it takes a while. I think it ends up being a game where the offense keeps going 3 and out, and finally the defense just gets tired, gets winded. So for my bold prediction for that game, I would say whatever the over-under is for Ramondre Stevenson of the Patriots to take the under because he's not going to hit it. Did not have that confidence last week.
Yeah.
But it was that's what I would go with this week. And then there's a lot of other good games coming up in the NFL. Nick, is there any that you have your eye on?
Yeah, I mean, real quick about that game against the Patriots. I mean, I think the Browns defense can win the game for you guys. Again, if you look at Drake May is playing lights out, MVP candidate this year for sure. But again, you have to look at who the teams they've played, and they just, I don't know, man. Like they haven't played anybody super great. I mean, the Bills it was a huge win. Don't get me wrong. I mean, but they played the Saints earlier. The Panthers. I mean, not good teams. So I think this game could be closer than what people think. Granted, it's in New England, so I think that Myles Garrett needs to find a way to really make an impact in this game to get the Drake May. And you guys got a chance here for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you. Other games that I've got circled myself, outside of those, Giants and Eagles and Cowboys and Broncos. Which Broncos defense are we going to see this week against the Cowboys? Is it going to be another?
It's a good question. Take the over for the Cowboys. I'm telling you, it will happen.
Yeah, and I had to do a double take. I'm like, really? The Giants and the Eagles are playing each other again? I'm like, they just played each other. I think that was like 2 Thursdays ago. But here they are, 2 games in 3 weeks, I guess. So obviously they'll have revenge on the mind. The Eagles will, since Jackson Dart kind of sliced and diced them last time. What about some locks for the week, baby? What do you got for us?
I mean, like I said, I like the Bengals -6.5. I think they do win by a touchdown. They are a better team than the Jets. So and the Jets offense is struggling a little bit, but again, it's just can the Bengals defense show up? And we're going to see real quick, I think. The Colts are -14.5, I believe, against the Titans. It's a divisional game. That's a lot of points in the NFL. I want to take that one so bad, but I feel like I might just stay clear of that. If anything, I might take the Colts in the first half with the spread. But I'm double checking real quick what that over is in the Cowboy. Okay, so 50.5 for the Cowboys Broncos game. I'm going to take that. That's a lock.
Okay. Well, so because you were out last week, I had to make 2 predictions myself. Somehow, by miracles of everything, I went 2 for 2, baby. So I'm going to give you some locks for the week.
Proud of you, Brian.
To see if we can keep the ball rolling, baby. So I'm looking here. Number one, the Bills they had their bye, but before that, they were definitely struggling. And I think everybody has that too much in their brain. They are -7 against the Panthers team, who, again, is rolling out the red rifle, who's got to be, 48, 49 years old himself. Like, he's no Tom Brady. There's no Bryce Young playing. The Bills are going, especially if that gets under 7 points, if that's 6.5, lock it in all day, baby. But even at -7, I'm thinking the Bills could easily win by double digits. The other game that I like, I was looking at the Cowboys over for the total, but I'm like, can they do it 3 weeks in a row? I'm not 100% sure. But instead, I like the Giants Eagles. It's only 43.5 points for the total. And when they played each other 2 weeks ago, they scored 51 points. And I'm pretty sure Philly only put up 17. So now that Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbu are rolling, baby, let's lock it in. I feel like that's an easy lock there. So sprinkle them all in, take all 4. Let's see if we can make everybody some money this week.
It looks like the Bills are now -7.5, so it's starting to go the wrong direction there. So definitely, I would say definitely take that before it starts going even higher.
Yeah, well, I don't think they'll officially announce that Bryce Young is out until Wednesday, maybe. So if he's even for sure out for the week, but Yeah. We kind of bounced around a little bit there, but I mean, that's the show, baby. That's a wrap. It's another episode of the Rust Belt Rivalry podcast. Browns fans, Bengals fans, we got a lot to be excited about. We're turning a new page, baby. Buckeyes, obviously we're rolling, and we love it. We got a lot to look forward to. Nick, take us away.
Yep, that's right, guys. Appreciate you guys listening. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on social media, and we'll be back next week. Talk about everything else.